Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, the Grind Spartan. Today is Horde Day. Don't know what's gonna happen, good or bad. Probably more bad than good, but either way, we're gonna make it work. Hopefully, you see that I do have my auger on my belt here. A little concerned that this base is gonna cave in. You know, I have all these supports. I don't know how many we're going to lose, but just in case we lose a lot of them, I want to have my auger on me here because I worry that if this whole thing comes caving in and destroys our storages and whatnot, it's probably unlikely, but let's just say worst case scenario here. We're going to make sure we're all prepared, ready to go. Need to get these bodies cleared out here. Of course, whenever there we go. So let me get something to drink. Might as well top off in health as well. I don't even know where I'm going. Let's top that off. Let's throw this stuff out. We're gonna need our repair kits for our guns because I would not normally use a gun in a base like this. But I do believe it is going to be needed. I think it's going to be all we can do to beat them back, keep them from tearing through these pillars, if we even can. So not much longer now, and we're going to find out what happens with the plus 35 zombies per wave, or 35 zombies per wave in a pillar design base. I can't imagine it's going to be anything good, but we'll know in just a moment. Get my AK reloaded. We'll start off with the spike club, and we'll start using that. Now, I apologize. Maybe it's a little bright. Maybe the gamma's high, but I know some of you had complained that you could not see very well on some of these hordes. Of course, I have some lighting in here and whatnot, so it's a little different than being out in the open, but either way, is what it is. Don't think there's anything else I need to do. Maybe make one more spike club real quick to combine with this one in the middle of the horde if we need to do that. Something tells me I'm probably not going to use the spike club a whole lot. You know, who knows? Who knows what'll happen? But you remember a long time ago when we took on hordes in this base. We're just going to stick this here. We'll take it out and put it in building supplies. We have time. There were only 8 per wave back then, and we really struggled. We lost some pillars, and it just takes so long to hit them with this spike club and kill them, even with all the points in it, pummel Pete and all of that, and spike club being capped out. You know, it was all we could do to keep them cleared. So we'll be started here in just a moment. Take a look at some of the bullets. It's a shame I can't just throw those in the forge. Guess we can take our casings and we can put those in the proper location. Something like that. So we have plenty of tips now, plenty of casings. And I want to address this too. Silly Spartan went over and made gunpowder in the workbench, and I know a good many of you have commented about it, and that was my bad. That was just a brain fart. It's 1-to-1 here. It's 2-to-1 over in the workbench, so I cost myself a good bit of gunpowder, coal, and nitrate. But hey, at least now we know where to get it. The coal, at least. We already knew where to get the nitrate from. And now that I started fast forwarding through those parts of mining, we can get a lot more done in an episode when we do go mining. And for those of you who enjoy seeing it, I'm not cutting it out. For those of you who don't like seeing it, well, it's in 4 times speed now. What time is it? 18:42, so we have enough time. We need glue. I think I need just regular water, and I don't know that we have any of that. No. Let's see what it says here for glue. bottled murky water. So we could absolutely go get some of that. But we're going to need some glue. We'll stick the bones in here next to the jars. And do I have a forge with sand in it? That's the next question. I bet you I don't. But we can get one. No glass. No glass. So here we go right now. Let's just take this 564. We'll stick it in... We'll stick it in the lead. How about that? We'll stick it in there. Because we already have clay, so we'll be able to make jars. So I want to be able to make a good many jars. There's a water supply right here, north of here. We just run over here, scoop up some water, and then take these bones. And what's the ratio here for glue? Yeah, 1 bone, 1 water. So absolutely, we'll get that kicking. Maybe after we take on this horde. Granted, the base is still here in one piece, and we have not died. I don't even know where my home spawn is at. You know, we better make a bedroll if I have. Oh, it's up there. Yeah, we better make a bedroll. I hope I have some plant fiber. We can run up there. We have plenty of plant fiber. Recipes, bedroll, craft. And we'll just plop her down anywhere in here. Doesn't matter. We'll stick it in this little hallway just to have some place to respawn if we go down. Yeah, I think this part of the base would be safe to stick the auger in there. We'll do that. We'll stick the auger in there. We'll put our bullets here on our belt. Something like that. I think I'll start off here with this spike club. So 1945. I don't think there's anything else we need to do. It's real funny. I kind of don't know what to do. I'm all prepared for the horde. As prepared as I'm going to be. So I do have 43 fertilizer, and I keep having questions about why I haven't used fertilizer. And I do have it there to use. Need to use it. So maybe sometime soon, you know, we'll go up top, and when we pick up the goldenrod, we'll use that for that fertilizer to hoe the soil to get better yield for our goldenrod. It's pretty much the only thing I need at this point. I mean, you see here, I still have some meat, you know, 65 meat. We still have 50 meat stew. It's a bunch of that. There's no need for any of that stuff. That sounded like a screamer falling. You know, I'm going to turn my light on anyway. I apologize for some of you. It may be very bright, but I am going to go ahead and turn that on so we can clearly see this horde as it's approaching. Falling into this wonderful pit of doom. Oh, look at that. Little pistola. We might be using that old pistola before the end of the night. Don't know. Don't know what's about to happen. Real curious, though. I was questioning myself what would happen if we took on a horde in a bunker like this with the spawn up to 35. As you know, it's up from 8 is your default setting. And we can easily take them on in that barbed wire base with the 35. We could probably go up to 50 or 60, you know. If I can get a better PC built here in the near future, then we'll test that. But this type of base, where they're all piled up against one area and just beating on these pillars, who knows, you know. I was really curious as to what it would take. Of course, the width of the spike pit is not going to have any effect. You could do 2 wide or 10 wide, and it's not going to matter. The only spikes that are going to matter are these closest to us here. Maybe that second row plays a little bit into it, the equation. But for the most part, it's going to be this front row of spikes is, you know, where they're going to be standing for the bigger part of the time during the horde. So the width of the spike pit's not going to matter. They're just going to rush over to wherever you're standing. And go ahead and top some of these off. I thought I had pretty much topped all this stuff off, but I guess it did not. You know, it may not be a bad idea to get some cement in my inventory. I don't even know what I did with it. I think I put it down here. Yeah, there we go. We'll take a stack just to be safe in case one of these pillars, which is pretty likely going to get taken down to concrete, we can at least kind of repair it. Another bad thing would be 50 pillars. Let's make a couple of them. Let's make 5. Sounds like a good number. And then we'll have them in our inventory. Remember, a horde not too many weeks ago when we were still in this bunker took out this pillar right here, one of these pillars. And there was a hole there, so I had to fill it. Wasn't able to do that until after the horde because I didn't have any concrete on me at the time. Okay, I thought that chest right there is empty now. It was full not too long ago. So we have our other fuel station making gas at the other base. So we can pull that together right now and make another 500 7.62 rounds. We're not going to do that. I think I have an extra 500 sitting here. I'd like to know that I'm not going to waste all of that. You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea if we had a shotgun. We have a shotgun here. It's close enough, 592. Let's throw that on our belt and get some shells here. I mean, why the heck not, you know? We're gonna need some guns, but there's the old thunder rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna take a sip of my drink and we're gonna get started. And here we go. Dog coming around the corner. One falling in from the top. We're over on the left side, on the south side. And here they come. They're dropping down left and right. That's right. Mr. Kappa. What you gonna do, Mr. Kappa? You're gonna blow up my base. Negatore. See, I can't really hit that guy in the head. He's gonna blow. You're not gonna blow now, Kappa. I'm gonna turn you into sushi. Zombie sushi. That soldier, oh, that's what he had. Goodness. So it's a little more laggy inside this pillared base than it was out in the open. I can feel it. I'm sure you all can see a little bit of it, but I can absolutely feel the increased lag from what I had before. Oh, he's hitting me. Take that. Alright, we're gonna have to get this pillar repaired. Boy, they're just pooping through the bars. You see that? Once I get this repaired, I'm gonna try to kite them a little bit down a ways from where they're at now. Let's see if we can draw them over here. Oh, look at that cop's just kind of sitting up chilling there. He's gonna blow. Oh, he's gonna blow. Well, maybe he cleared out some corpses for me. Oh no. So it's getting a little crazy up in here. Boy, the cops, that's like 8 cops already. Where are all you cops coming from? Leave my base alone. I'll turn you into mush. So the kiting really did not work. They decided that they did not want to move locations. So I would hit him with the club, but you know, that little club, I don't think it's going to have much effect on what I'm seeing here. I think we're better off just sticking with the gun since we have some ammo. Maybe break out the old shotgun. At any moment now, to be honest with you, I'm expecting one to get pooped through the bars and come running at me. I have seen that before when it gets a little hectic like you see here. And I almost need another person in here repairing for me while I'm killing them off. Vice versa. Look at that. Look at that crazy amount of zombies up in there. I mean, I'm tempted just to let these pillars go. These little third sections up. Now, Glimpse on the server, he built a base without that third part. So there's 4 parts to this pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he left that out. And they would just swing wildly at the air right there. There was nothing to hit. And I'm tempted to stop repairing and just, you know, let the pillars break right there and see what happens. I don't think I would see. It's almost breaking as fast as I can repair it. Let's check our steel. So we're down to 381. We've used about 100 steel so far. Maybe not quite that much, but either way, they're not dying in here without me killing them. And me sitting here repairing these pillars is not, it's not killing them. You know, it's not getting them out of the way. As long as the bottom tiers don't go out, we'll be alright. The bottom 2 pieces. I think we can get away with that third one up. So that is really ineffective, that shotgun. Oh my gosh, what did I do? I hit the pause button. I saw a cop explosion and everything froze for a moment. Let's see if we can draw them down here a little ways. Problem with that is that there are some that are not going to move. There's some that are just going to hang out over there, and they're going to be beating on those pillars while we're away from them. Trying to catch that dog in the head. There we go. Mr. Kappa. Go ahead and blow. I know you're going to. It's kind of a shame that doesn't do damage to the zombies around when they blow like that, you know? That'd be pretty cool. Help me out with some of the, oh, look at all the armor. So I'm going to let them take this pillar out here. I'm not going to waste any more resources repairing it. I'm just going to let them take that third part out and see what happens. Those are cops spitting right there. Well, you can be pretty efficient with the old 7.62, the AK, if you're not running around for your life like we usually are out in the barbed wire. You know, I can just stand here in one spot and kind of pick my shots. Be a lot more efficient with it. It's actually not a bad weapon. All right, there goes the pillar section. And we're going to see, it looked like that dog almost leapt through there. But we're going to see with the bodies piling up the way they do, if they're able to come through that or not. I don't think they can. But we're going to find out. Oh, there's a feral. Look at the pile of bodies. Nice. That is insane. It's crazy. It's crazy. There's no looting going on here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All this is I was going to say shooting and looting, but yeah, no looting. Just some shooting. So we're going to have to repair up these blocks up here. I don't want those to go by. If those go bye-bye, we may we may have an issue. And no, I'm not going to get a tissue. That was a dead joke. Old Crow told me I needed to stop it with the dead jokes. Oh, look at that. One poop through the bars. Goodness. Getting crazy. You're glitching through the floor and... Oh, they're going to break some pillars here. These pillars are going bye-bye. Let's let them break these third ones down. Let's let them take those out. As long as we keep the rest of them up, we'll be alright, I think. So I'm going to repair this AK here in just a moment. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and repair it right now. Alright, now the one thing I cannot do is I cannot allow them to break these out. If they break these out, we're in for a long night. So it's holding up, ladies and gentlemen. It's holding up. We only have an hour and a half left. And we're holding in there. I'm getting hit. Oh, there's another one that got pooped through. It's those crawlers that somehow get pooped through when there's a lot of them down in the pit. I think he's going to blow. You stop beating on that pillar before I kill her. I hear the heartbeat. Boom! Man, this is chaos. It's crazy. I can't let these go away though. I have to keep these repaired. If these go away, we're in trouble. I haven't repaired one spike this entire horde. There's no way. I can't even get to them to repair them, you know? It's just no way I'm going to be able to repair those. Too many bodies hitting the floor. Alright, we got to clear out some of these zombies. Go ahead and blow. Got him. Got him. Oh, a 600 sniper rifle. Yeah. It's getting serious now, ladies and gentlemen. I got them pooping through the bars again. Don't you take that pillar out, Kappa. Don't you do it. Pow. Back up to steel, sucker. My goodness. Look at how many cops are they gonna send? There's been like 100 cops. Not really, but there've been a lot. There've been a lot, ladies and gentlemen. So probably the best thing to do is just let them get down to reinforced concrete. We're out of 7.62 ammo. Oh, how's there a dog in there? How is there a dog inside the base? Look at that. It is 4 a.m. in the morning, and the horde is still coming. So this may have not been the best idea that I've had, but it was fun. Went through about 700 7.62 rounds. I didn't get to kill any with the spike club. There's just too much chaos, you know. There's no time for that. Oh, look at the crawler like scaling up there to climb through that hole. Oh, pooping him through the bars. Well, we survived that by the skin of our teeth there, ladies and gentlemen. That is probably the most chaotic horde that I've had thus far with trying to keep them out. You know, we've never had to repair like we had to repair in this horde. Yeah, we'll take that military vest. I was trying to thin out this group of little zombies so we could get the ferals, take them out. It's kind of funny, but I think the gore blocks are preventing them from coming through. And don't forget too, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on console, then these bodies, once they hit down, they're gone. You know, you're not going to get loot from them. But on PC, on Alpha 15, the bodies hang around. They don't go away. Now, I did lose a lot to where they would fall, but see how I can still loot all of these corpses after that horde? You know, they're still hanging here. I'll take that. Just throw a couple items out that we don't need. I guess we're going to keep everything here. Wow. All right. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's your 140-day horde. A screamer falling down, dying at the end of it. Goodness. Talk about crazy. I don't even know if you could hear me talking that whole time. I couldn't hear myself talking. That was a lot of zombies. Tell you what, let's stick all this stuff here in a chest. Get rid of that. And try to clear some of these out, loot them. See if there's anything of worth on any of them. We'll take the military gloves. So we lost a lot of loot. That's the disadvantage to a base like this. You really, you know, in the horde, the barbed wire base that we're using, we don't lose hardly any loot. At least, I don't want to say lose because I don't pick up a lot of it, but I get to pick through it and take what I want. In this base, though, you know, you're gonna have bodies dropping because they're piled too high, and so you're not gonna be able to loot them all. But whew, well, that was 118 raw iron. We'll take that, sir. Thank you. Another screamer. She's dead on impact. Yeah, we'll take your oil. And your 7.62 rounds. Yeah, that last point there, we're missing these spikes. They weren't even taking damage from the spikes. It was just all me right there. But you know, with all of that craziness, and I stopped repairing these spikes, you know, the third level up, we only lost what we agreed to lose halfway through the horde, and we only lost what, 4 spikes? I mean, that was chaos. That was crazy. I couldn't see anything but them coming in on top of me at some point there during that horde. But you know, that just shows how durable this steel is. These steel spikes, they don't go away. They hang around for a long time. I never clicked on a steel spike even one time to repair it. And still here. Still here, -4. Collect that sniper rifle. It's a pretty awful sniper rifle, but we will collect it nonetheless. It had bodies pooping through the bars coming in here. Had a dog in the middle of the base somehow. I don't even know how that's possible, but he was there. He's gone now. Well, that's the aftermath, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens when you take on 35 per wave in a free fall 50 pillar bunker. It ain't pretty, but it works. At least get this stuff repaired up before I leave. That way we come back here some other time. You know, something else that's interesting about this build. So I have, and if you're new to the series here, you didn't see me build this on the, Let's Play on all the episodes. It's big. You see, there are four sides, and they're all the same. It's huge. We've only had hordes attack this one side. How many have we taken on now in this bunker? 4, 5 hordes in this one bunker. They've all come from the same side. So I don't understand that exactly. I don't know why it is. Someone said, oh, if you're facing one way, they come from the other. Well, most of the time I'm facing this way and they come from this direction. I'm expecting it. I'm knowing it, And at some point, I stood right here in the middle part of the base to see which direction they come from, and they'd still come from this side. So if you look at the map up here, you would think they could come from, well, you wouldn't think this side because of the water over here, but the hub city, all around here, they could come any direction over here, but they never do. They always come from this one side. So I don't know what draws them to this one side. Maybe this is the only theory I have, and I think someone in the comment section below mentioned this. The drawbridge is above my head on this side. So maybe they're drawn to that drawbridge and that's why they spawn this side. I don't know. I don't know. If we put a drawbridge on the other side, would they then split 50-50? Some come to one, some come to the other. Some hordes, not zombies, but some hordes come to one side, the next horde comes to the other. Haven't figured that out yet, but kind of is what it is. That's fine. At least it's predictable. We know which side that they're going to come from. Not that it matters, because all four sides are the same. It really doesn't have any effect, but just kind of odd that when we're over at the barbed wire base, we can take bets on what side they're going to come from. No one knows. North, east, southwest, you don't know where they're going to come from. But in this base, you always know that they're going to come from the south. It's a guarantee. Well, that's that. I think what we'll do to finish up the episode for today is we'll head back over to the base, the new base that we're working on. We're going to gather all the supplies up here we need. That's pretty much all the repairs I'm going to do there with that. Let's see, glass jars. We'll get those going. We'll leave that burning. Don't think we need any wood at the new base. We can cut down the tree farm if we do. Let's just see what I have to take with me. One thing we're going to need to do, though, before we leave, I need to get some more 7.62 ammo crafting here. And this will only take a second because we have 3 stacks of that. 1 stack, 1 stack. The number 7. Bam, 500 more of those going. So at least we have that going. So when we come over here, I doubt we take on another horde in this base. I don't like the idea that I missed on so much loot. I could just see the bodies exploding as they, hit the spikes, and there would be a body underneath them, so they just glitch out and kind of fall. But I really enjoy that. But I thought I'd give you all a change, a little break from our standard horde attack where we were taking them on over at the barbed wire, and that gets a little old every time. Every single horde, you know what to expect. You know I'm going to be successful and so forth and so on. But well, let's dump off our AK and our shotgun. We don't need those. Probably don't need this sniper rifle either. I'd mostly just use the spike club, so we'll dump it off as well. And we'll just take the bare minimum. Check all of our stuff here. We didn't even use one first aid kit. Yeah, it's kind of funny because typically I will, because I'm up close to the pillars hitting with that spike club. This time it didn't happen, I only got hit once or twice, and wasn't really a big deal. We just kind of kept going with it. We'll leave that little bit of iron here. We're going to take the better part of the scrap iron with us. because we can pump out some in there. Oh, there's some steel. I forgot I made some more steel. Should have made ourselves some rebar while we're over here. We're going to get the last few of these going. 13 more. Well, that's that. I don't think there was anything we picked up in the horde that I need to take with me. We are, however, going to take a little bit of gas. We'll leave that tiny bit there. We're going to turn this off. We don't need that running. Go ahead and eat and drink real quick. Don't need to eat, but I'm sure we do need to drink. Let's take a little thing of goldenrod tea or two with us. Why not? Sort. Take our concrete mix there with us. I really should take this over there with us as well. I should have been making it while I was here. That was something silly I didn't do. We'll leave 1,000 stacks. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 14 of these. Oh, that's a full inventory. So hopefully we don't need anything else to go with us. Let me triple check and make sure we're going to wear this. That there was nothing else that I needed to take with me that I brought over here. I think we're good. The wood frames, I can just make those when I get back over to the other base. Oh, look at that! I didn't realize I already had a stack up in there made. Alright, so we have plenty of ammo left over for when we come back for another horde. Alright, well, 147. We'll be heading back this way. It looks like my auger. My auger. That's the most important piece of anything that I have here. I put it, where the heck did you put that, Spartan? Son of a gun, you. Trying to walk out without your auger. Alright. Well, it's not like it's the end of the world. If we did forget something, we can always ride back over. One day I'm going to get some fertilizer though down there, and I'm going to fix that up for you all so you can see what that goldenrod looks like when you get it all fixed up. Whoop. It's probably time for us to go back to the stores again, the hardware stores, and I'm looking for bags. That's kind of why I had my view turned there. But we go by the hardware stores, the gun stores, all of that. I really don't need to go by gun stores anymore. I mean, we pretty much have all that we need to have for guns and parts to repair them with. But we could use the auger parts to keep this thing tip-top. As it is blue now, it is losing quality. Now, I don't remember the day that we went by there last. I might have to scan back through some episodes. I wanted to say it was last horde. You know what? Scrap that. I'm going to need all the scrap I can get here in a little while, so. It's all quiet. It's like I don't know what to do. It's almost making me quiet after all of that crazy noise from the hordes. Oh. So I'm going to drive all over the place like a crazy man and run over zombies and just be silly. I'm going to just look at this crate real quick. Look at that huge hole they have there from the cop explosion. Oh, Mr. Bumblebee, Mr. Doggy. Boy, they're getting crazy. Really? Whoa. I just want to check the hardware store guys and gals. That's all. You don't have to go all evil on me. Oh, so many. Oh, it's untouched. So we could loot it, but first we'd have to take on another horde in order to loot that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you'd be happy to know, if you've been following me for a while, you know I've been talking about a new PC for a long time, that today I ordered the processor, the motherboard, and the tower, the case. And hopefully next week and the week after, you know, I can get some more pieces put together. But those are the big pieces. Still waiting on the old, collect enough money now to buy the 1080 Ti. Get all that put together, we'll start experimenting. Whoa, Mr. Kappa. We'll start experimenting with the 40, 50, 60 per wave zombies, hordes. Right now, the old computer that I am playing on is not quite powerful enough to push that. I'm bleeding again, really? So we're going to be leaving a lot of stuff behind here. Unfortunately, I just kind of want to go through and make sure we can't get any auger parts. So if we can... Alright, once again, let me explain what I'm doing, because I'll have someone new come here and they'll say, okay, what kind of glitch is that? So you see that this crate, search working stiff crate, there's a hammer that I left last time I was here. Well, the loot is respawned since then. The 5-day period has passed. So now, when I remove that hammer, the new loot is going to spawn in the crate. So that's what's happening. I'm not making the loot respawn like twice or whatever. It's just what's left over from last time that's in there now. You'll notice most of the time it's just like that, a garden hoe. Sit here. Well, wait a minute. That one you can't loot again. Let's see if we can scrap a few more things, because we absolutely need all of the scrap. Okay, oh, there it is. There it is. There's just a little delay on it. There may be a bit of lag still, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sorry. I haven't restarted the computer here in many days, and probably should. It runs all the time. Shoot. There's a 600 chainsaw blade. I guess we'll take that with us. So we try to do this every horde day. We try to come by the hardware stores and loot those and whatnot. Don't remember exactly if we went by this other hardware store down here. I guess I could take the WS-31 down. If you cut me again. I tell you what, though, I'm anxious to get on back over to the new build. It's probably more of the same. My bike is not there. Huh. Did a cop explode my bike, or what happened? I should be hitting the bike, but look, it's just like going right through it. I tell you what, let me exit the game and come back in. Hold on one second. All right, we're back, and the bike is there again, where we can get on it and run into a tree. All right, well, I was a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Thought, man, if we lose that, I'm gonna have to scavenge up some parts here real quick over on this side of town, just to get back to our new build. I think we have a little bit of gas in our inventory. We certainly have plenty of gas over. You know what? I think that mountain man, when I went past, he said, I have auger parts. I think he said that. I think I heard that come out of his mouth. He also said he was going to beat me into a bloody pulp. Yeah. Said he had sunglasses. All right, my bad. I misheard him. He must have said, I have sunglasses. It was this guy I heard talking. That's who it was. beat you about the head and neck area. That's what I'm going to do. Those guys just anger me when I see them. I don't know why I want to club them. Probably because they're such a nuisance. We only have a few minutes here. We're going to get back over to this other base. We're going to run into a couple cars and maybe some bricks and bags along the way. But we're going to get back over to this other base. And, you know, I'll gather up the supplies and then we'll stop it right there. And when we come back tomorrow, we'll hit this base hard. I got a cool idea earlier today of something I want to do with spikes. Don't know if it's going to work or if it's going to be effective, I guess I should say. I'm sure it'll work, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to trying that. I'm overheating, so until we get into that snow biome. Oh, also I need to take an antibiotic, or as my doctor used to call them, antibiotics. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Make this little ride. Thankfully, we don't have to make this ride every day anymore. It's the old ride to work. Making the ride to work. Boom, doo, 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 doo. Some tunes on the radio. Yeah, we need a little bit of Pimps Radio. Welcome to the Fun Pimps Radio. We play all of your favorite post-apocalypse tunes 24/7. Your host, the Grand Spartan. And they need a little Fun Pimps Radio, just like Fallout has their little radio station. GTA. No. Oh boy. So we've I'm a little relieved to have that behind me. You know, I worried that horde was going to be more than we could handle in that base and that it was just going to crumble. I honestly thought that a lot of those pillars were going to go away and it was just going to crumble on top of us, but man, that held up extremely well. You see how many shots it was taking to kill some of those zombies too, the ferals and the soldiers and the cops, but it did its job. So we know now if we had to take on a horde in that style bunker. Now don't be confused though, if we were to take them on in a base where there was no fall damage, they just, you know, ran up to pillars, I guarantee you they would have chewed through, but a lot of them were taking damage from the fall. I could see it, you know, the legs going off and stuff like that, and even some of them dying as they fell. So that fall damage really did help a bit to weaken them. Had it not been for that, like if that base were above ground, level on the ground, yeah, they're in on top of you. It's just one man. Now 2 or 3 or 5 people could take them on. You know, you could take on 35-man horde, no problem. We're doing it on the server all the time, and we could basically run around out in the open and take him on, but one man by himself, it's a challenge. It's a tough thing to do. So we are here. Might as well take her out. She doesn't try to come over here and mess with us. Have a floating body. It's because I have those plates, those quarter plates up there. All right, well, gas, we could probably empty that out. I'll tell you what, let's stick that in there. Stick our scrap in there, empty this out. Let me just turn that off now, that's good. So we set ourselves up really well with gas. Do we have any oil shale left? I don't remember that. I don't remember if we did. Oil shale, we would have put it up here. Nah, we don't. Oh yeah, these things here. So apologize once again about that. Remember we did our XML explanation video, And now it's all right. Now it's right. Yeah, see, it stacks to 1,000. If I were to pick that stack up like that and move it anywhere, shift click or whatever, I think it would just go back to 1,000. Or you just do what I'm doing here and get them back to the standard limit. All right. Well, these forgers are still kicking over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. Concrete mix. And then we're going to grab the last little bit and we're going to end this episode. Well, it was fun today, ladies and gentlemen. I enjoyed that. I always enjoy being on the edge of my seat with a horde, not kind of knowing what's going to happen. It changes it up a little bit. I mean, I like to be a little secure, you know, but yeah, it was fun. Fun and exciting. Tomorrow when we come back, we're going to get busy. We're going to make 1,000 rebar. Actually, I can't do 1,000, but I can do 999. We're going to get back to it, get back down to business, get ourselves set up over at the new base again, and see if we can't hit it hard and get that thing ready for the next horde. I'd really like to take on a horde in it soon. Who knows when Alpha 16 is coming out, and we don't want to be caught with Alpha 16 coming out, and we're not ready. You know, we're not ready for it yet. So I'll leave you with that, ladies and gentlemen. Have yourselves a good day, good evening, wherever you may be located, and I will see you all tomorrow.